Sound test, 1, 2. Yeah, starting soon. Yep, we're good. We are live, Perisno, episode number 4. We're Perisno live. A lot of live stuff going on. We will be going over a bunch of stuff today, including upcoming changes in version 1.4. I gotta turn down my other sound because I'm watching my stream as well. We're gonna look at the website. We'll get a small preview of that. That will be launching when version 1.4 comes out. And the merchandise for Perisno, anything related to Perisno soft launch. With that entails, it is not going to be the official merchandise store for Perisno. That's planning on getting that out when we release 1.4 as well. So the website, along with the official merchandise page for anything related to Perisno, may it be beanies, may it be wall art or canvases or anything that t-shirts, whatever. We'll see. That should be on the website as well. And giveaway information. We'll probably start with that in a little bit. Wait till more people roll in. And I have also started using Stream Elements instead of... What was it now? It was not... It's... Yeah, OBS Live, Stream Elements, whatever, instead of what I used before. And it slips my mind now. I completely forgot what I was using before. Just simply OBS with some stream thing. And the reason for the switch, I actually like and enjoy Stream Elements. It's pretty sweet. It's working decently well so far, even though my stream could be better quality right now, but it is what it is at this point. Anyway, let's jump into things. Since the last stream, we don't have any new patrons. I don't know how we will survive without new patrons, but there's just something... there's just some things that in life that you don't go as your way. But once again, we have to get new patrons to keep Perisno going and feed Tofu's cat, of course. That's always number one priority. All right. We've got 2 new followers so far. Thanks, Ryan Bennett 321 for a follow, and Silverwind 414. I believe that the same guys in the Discord. And if you want to type in, you can type in use of Twitch or the Discord live stream channel, and I'll read both responses. All right, let's get into it. Enough talking. More rating. Let's go over some Perisno giveaway responses. And since this is so darn bright, we'll go over them. All right. The question simply stated, we're planning to do a giveaway when version 1.4 comes out. And I wanted to get your guys' feedback on what we'll be giving away. I don't really like the follower logo thing. I got to change that. JYang2632, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Perisno Live, episode number 4, and hello to you too. All right, so we got 22 responses so far, and I won't close the responses just yet. We actually do have a release date planned. I won't be sharing that just as of yet, but it will be sometime this year or sometime in the near future. So stay tuned for that as well. We'll be over the Trello board and going over some updates. The reason I'm doing these Perisno Lives and not actually going into Warband and looking at changes right now, because for some reason when I stream Warband, my streams just die. I somehow have decent internet connection when I don't stream Warband, even though it's an offline game. And I can stream Warband, but for some reason it kicks me out of OBS. But I'm using OBS Live, which is a little different, still the same platform, but I had some good stream last time, so we'll go with that. All right, let's change the screen here. Why is the camera not showing up? Give me a second, boys. It should be showing. I have to fix this quick. Video capture device. I'm not sure why it's not showing up. Let's copy this from OBS here. And recording full screen. Hide that and paste reference. All right, there we go. Let's just make that a little bit smaller. I thought I had it set up. My bad. We're good now. It should show up on the stream. Sweet. Okay. Perisno giveaway. I'm honestly not sure how that's going to work because I've set up stream elements. Because I did add commands. So if you're going to chat, type in commands. It should give you a list of commands to do, right? And I'm not sure if it works completely yet. I have to figure that out as well. For people who watch the stream, they get certain points and they can redeem the points for more tickets for the giveaway. I'm not sure if it's going to be that way. It could be a combination of that and a combination of those tickets from watching the stream and people joining the Patreon. So whatever level patron you are, that corresponds to how many tickets you can get, or entries. I should say entries. They work as well. So let's get some music going on here in the background. So let's take it all what is this? Jeez. If it's too loud, let me know. I just want to get it's other silence in the background. I don't like that. I've never been to a stream like this. Kind of curious how it's going to turn out. Well, I do post the streams on YouTube. They're pretty straightforward. Sometimes we have the other devs join. I love it when Arlaygio joins. CWR could join as well, but he's not online. Tofu's usually in Discord, and she usually joins as well. Bubbles is he's away right now, so. But Arlaygio usually joins. Not sure if he will today, but we'll see. I'm up for anyone joining. If you wish to join the voice chat, or if it pertains to Perisno, and I'll obviously kick you if you don't, if you spam whatever stuff. But I'm just kidding. All right. Thank you, Stream Elements. I don't know how often it's gonna do All right, because I got 3 main commands set up. So let me get that here. All right, 3 main stream elements commands. So let's get this out of the way. We have download, which should give you the ModDB page, because that is the main page we do support. If you're wondering where to download Perisno, obviously exclamation point merch for the soft launch. That is the official merchandise for my stream and Perisno. We've got a few things on there as well. Let's take a look. Actually, this is actually the first time that I'm publicly sharing the soft launch for Perisno merchandise. So let's start at the bottom. We got a Michadr t-shirt, Michadr hoodies. These are actually the logo of my brand, Michadr, whatever. Do you want to go red today? Red? Pink? I kind of don't like the white because it light up my camera. I gotta adjust that on my camera, but it is what it is at this point. So this is the merchandise page. We got mouse pads, stickers, whatever, mugs. I'm just testing this out. Once again, soft launch. And once again, we may or may not use this for certain merchandise in the future. The website will have its own merchandise page. We got a Perisno Guardsman t-shirt as well up here. I think this looks really good. Can I get an image of that up here? I think this looks really nice. I designed one on the website page, and it didn't look as good as this Perisno one. So if you guys have any suggestions of ideas, just drop them in the comments so we could add more merchandise as well. But again, soft launch, not officially official. Grass makes warband super bittery from what I've seen other streams use it. Yeah, maybe. Jang Yang 2632, you're in the wrong live stream channel. Can you join? Can anybody actually join the live stream that's not a developer? I'm curious. I forgot what permissions I have. And on that one Lord of the Rings mod, it was super crusty looking on Geyser because of the grass density. Well, we do use different grass types in Perisno. Yeah, make the logo on the shirt larger than the shirt. Yes, it's so small. For the fact is, I had a bigger version and it didn't look as good. But I did order one of these shirts just to see how they works, and I don't have them yet. Unfortunately, I do not have the shirt yet. I do want to try it out and see how it actually looks. I did order. Let me see here. I have a T-shirt and a sticker that ordered so far to see how those look. So to make sure they actually look decent. And continuing on, we got a Perisno Wolf Rider sticker. I really am curious what part of this is it going to be a whole white sticker, or is it going to be cut out from the transparency? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I can join. I just wanted to sit in the other call. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's all right. We got a Princess Bridget sticker, and we got a Perisno Human Warrior sticker, and this is one of my favorites right now. I don't want to save that. It is a tofu attitude sticker. I'm always doing well. My day is always good. If I ever think otherwise, I just rethink my attitude. I like it. And we have a little elf t-shirt as well, or no, a sticker. If anyone wants a t-shirt of this, I can design one as well. So I think this was funny because there are no elves in Perisno anymore, and for the elf people who still want elves, we got you. Evil little elves. Obviously, it doesn't say evil little elves. It's yeah. All right. This is the official soft launch of Perisno. I will post this into Discord as well for now, and I will post a link to it in a different channel for updates in the future. And what I also want to look at in a second here, if I can get the website. I want to take a quick peek at the website. And where can I find that here? I thought I had it saved. 1 second. Oh yeah, right. I did share a link. So let me get the Discord off. Go to the private channel of Perisno. Let's see. Scrolling up. we'll get to the personal giveaway thing next, but I want to go over the website. Take a sneak peek at that. I thought I had a link posted here. All right, there we go. I'm not sure how much of this I want to show. It's a long story, but the new race is more respectful of the lore we have in place. And for just generic elves, now it's the Naphali type. Yeah, basically what Tofu said. We always have this issue, but I figured it was a nice meme-related merch to get it in. All right, so we got a very early Perisno website build. We've got the homepage. We've got a lore page, which will go over all the pages of lore that are official. They're not from the wiki. They won't be from the wiki. They will be official lore. And if you're confused about something, if you want to read back on a certain faction, you can. The website will be your play to go, or wait, your way to go. Sorry. We got Mount&Blade Warband, Perisno. This page will probably not. What is it? Okay, yeah, I didn't update this to the test site yet, so that's good. That's good, because I didn't want to reveal yet what this page is going to be. But I'm not going to go to lore pages now. That's still a major work in progress, and this website is about a week old. I can share editions of the website and share them with the people that I want. So we'll go to about, all right, so coming soon. We also have, I'm not sure if I want to share this yet with people, but if people, some of you, let me check this quick. It's still very, very early on, and it's not what the Perisno Future tab is going to be. There is a different group of people, or a few other people, that have asked permission to make Perisno for which Total War, Medieval 2 Total War, and I'm not 100% sure how soon they will have their first release out or their first beta test out, but it is going to be based on Perisno, the Perisno lore, and Perisno factions. That is all I know so far. So stay tuned for more information on that. I will update you guys as needed or as I find out more. But it is not the team that is working on Warband and future projects. It is just a modification, or it's not a submod because it's a different game. But it is the world of Perisno in basically in Medieval 2 Total War. I have never played the game. I'm not sure how well they'll be able to do that, but we'll see how that works out. So keep your fingers crossed that works out. I hope it does. I'm really interested to see what happens with that project. All right, let's keep on moving. Perisno Medieval 2 Total War. Yeah, I really do that, Crimson Paladin. I do that too, but we'll see about that. Again, no promises, because I and none of the current Tofu, Arlaygio, me, Bubbles, CWR, none of those people are working on that mod. But I probably revealed this about a month too early, but if you're live on stream, you can catch things like this. Total War Perisno, I am very intrigued. Although it is not Total War, I own it. Yeah. If it does come, if they do actually make a Perisno version for Medieval 2 Total War, I'm totally buying it, because I want to see what we can, or the team, will be able to do about that. And we will have updates on the live streams and YouTube regarding that if they get to that point, which I hope they do. All right, there's that. Again, early build, about a week old, but news and updates. There'll be the latest YouTube videos up here, the latest patch notes, and it's not showing this, but I did add updates like there'll be more patch notes besides that. There'll be more updates regarding Warband, regarding different projects, Perisno-related stuff, new merchandise drops, and all that fun stuff. So any updates. So again, it's not completely finished, but this is the main page of the Perisno website so far. I'm not going into lore ones because they're not ready to be shown again. I don't know why Stream Elements pushes this so often. I'm going to have to change the timing on that. So sorry if it shows too often. if the stream element shows just. I'll fix the timing on that. My bad. And the shop, testing this. The official shop. Perisno Guardsman canvas, Perisno Guardsman mousepad, Perisno Guardsman frame poster, and a T-shirt. And there's a vast variety of things we can put up here, which is much bigger than the Stream Element store. Much more concise and a lot more stuff like almost anything you can think of. We can have up on the store if people want it to have a need for it or whatever. But so far, I've been testing this out, integrating it, and it's really seamless. I really like how to do this. The prices on these, I have a very small amount of say-so on the lowest price, right? And I will do it the lowest as I can for you guys. But how it works is the company that makes this stuff, we give them the branding, we give them the logos, and they actually, it's basically like drop shipping, right? Because I don't have the means to make these canvases. I don't have the means to make these t-shirts. So a third party comes in, does it for us. Whoever orders it goes through, they pay me, and I pay the company to make this stuff. And the quicker, this should be a lot quicker than Stream Elements. But if you want some stuff Perisno related, you can actually order this stuff right now. This is ready to go. And if you want some stuff before the actual release of the website, before version 1.4, and you want some merchandise that's not here, just let me know and I'll put it up. Again, soft launch for Perisno merchandise stores up. All right. So that is about all I want to show you guys from the website. This is about all I want to show you from the soft launch of merchandise. Again, one more thing I want to get out to you guys. If you're not part of our Patreon yet, I do want to get promo codes for patrons related to the ranks. So let's go to the Patreon quickly and see. I want to take a quick peek at something. So, right on 1 second. I want it to come up as a public page. All right. So what we here have. Can I see all 7 levels? Yeah, I can. Right on. I still have to change this. I should change this to Perisno Dev Team is creating it, but it sounded off, so I still have some updating to do. Thanks, Alxaman, for following the channel, following Perisno. I think you're on Discord as well, so welcome. Nice to see you here, dude. I would really buy merchandise, anything, but I would definitely make an exception. Perisno should make a good holiday gift. Indeed. That is why also a big reason why I did the soft launch of the Perisno merch store, because if anyone wants stuff for the holidays, you can actually get it now in front, because we were about a month out, and the actual release of the store merchandise page may or may not be up and ready to go when the website launches. That's probably the last thing that's going to happen. So the plan is version 1.4, right on the day of version 1.4, we'll have to giveaway. We're still going to go over that. That's going to come up next. And then the website launch on the same day as well. So a massive, massive drop. And I also talked to the ModDB guy that I know, and he said Perisno, what do you call it? The mod of the year. I'm blanking. I got too much going on, so we'll slow down. But the mod of the year voting starts December 1. I'll be posting that as soon as I know when that's happening. But also, if you vote for Perisno, that's obviously what you do. I want to see that. So yeah, the voting for the mod of the year starts December 1, which is about 10 or 11 days away. All right, so yep, yeah. It's actually fun to see, or nice to see people that in the Discord that I know that joined the stream. So welcome, you guys. Straxton, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Perisno. You're all from the Discord as well. I am a #1 fan. Please sign my sword. I actually, Arlaygio was mentioning like replicas, or was it? I'm not sure it was like replica. If we have some very weapons that stand out, get replicas of those and sell them. But we'll see. I'm not sure. Okay. Again, the only problem with Stream Elements, the merch store, is their selection is very low. They only have shirts, mouse pads, stickers, whatever, and hoodies, and a few like mugs and stuff. They don't have a big selection, but again, I'm really excited for the soft launch and see what we go for this. All right, so let's not take too much of your guys' time. Let's go to the Perisno giveaway, and we've got 22 responses to go over. Right on, let's do it. Responses. Don't want to make this too big because my camera can't handle the white too well. Not sure why. All right, so let's do individual. I had this wrong, so let's get going. Okay, new Assyrian-like faction for a giveaway. I'm not sure how we would give away a... I'm not sure if they understand the question, but... No. All right, an idea for giveaway: figurines, Perisno and insignia shirts that are teaser for upcoming new Perisno troops, a piece of Michadr's beard and... What the heck? What is wrong with you? Why? Why do you want... Actually, shave or trim today. No shave November is almost done. And, yeah. I like the figurines. Arlaygio was talking about that for a while. I still have to figure out how to do that, or if we can actually get figurines. Some shirts. I like the teaser one. I like the teaser idea. That's a really interesting idea that will actually most likely happen. Merch that drops before the releases, and people are like, what is this? This is nice. What are we looking at? A new Perisno troop, okay. Yeah, this is nice. I like that's a good response. Klymorian culture, Aztec art, European military culture, and ruins of the Empire, just admire and explore. So here's the thing. This is not possible yet, because we're not finished with the Klymorian outlook, or how Klymorians are going to look. So the giveaway won't happen now, but it could be in the future, like anything Klymorian related. So, all right, being able to create unit armor weapon mounts for this unit. So basically, the winner can custom create any type of unit. Well, here's the thing. I'll let you in on a little secret right now. If you are one of the highest tiers, I believe it's the highest or the second highest tier. I'll check in a second. You can actually request a troop to be put in Perisno of your choosing. So this is a good idea, though. I like this idea. Okay. Let's take a quick look at that. I need to make sure which one it is. It is King of Perisno. Request changes to the mod, not guaranteed to be added, but will get priority in regard. So if you have a, for example, over here in Discord, there is a Patreon tab and certain tiers of, let me check quickly. So the King of Perisno, which is the highest one, the Noble and the Warriors, are the top 3 highest tiers, have access to this channel and have direct access to developers and can request certain changes. Again, they're not guaranteed, but we put those requests the top priority in a sense of if it's important and if it's a good idea, it's a very good chance of coming to the mod. You will get to choose which faction will get unique commissioned armor. So that's something that we want to do in the future as well, because there's certain armors and certain works that Arlaygio would focus on if the tier or the Patreon would request that. So if you're a fan of Forbid Venator, that's too bad because Venator's not around anymore. So that's an exception. You'll get to create unique... why does it not show out? I have to fix this. So the King of Perisno gets that. And also, if you're a Perisno Knight tier on the Patreon, you can request certain things as well. Again, let's get into chat here and do this. Patreon. And it gives you a link right to the person at Patreon. So I still have some I still have some commands to set up, so bear with me. The reformed Venator got removed from the game. They will eventually be removed, like Tofu said, but they're probably, unfortunately, still going to be in version 1.4. So I wanted to get it removed by 1.4, but the timing just might not be worth or while it. So, but yeah, if you the website's going to be up by version 1.4, and I'll show you something really quick that I forgot to show you guys. Get the website up. We'll get to it in a second. Venator will not be on the website. It will not. No traces are going to be found on the website for Venator. Actually, yes, but I'm not going to show it now. We have a new faction and lore ready to go. Not completely ready because we want to do the retcon of Venator and then add a new faction, all the same update. So Arlaygio is not ready with the armor. He's working on different. I don't think he's been feeling too well for the last few weeks. And Venator, once Venator gets removed, then we'll add the new faction. And information on that lore will be available. Version 1.4 drops, website drops, you'll be able to read lore on all factions. So that's the plan. And we're not ready for the simple fact we haven't finished removing Venator. Arlaygio is not ready for the new not ready making the new armor yet, and we still have a few ideas that we want them to look like. So oh yeah, but that faction still plays a major part in the history lore of Perisno versus that faction, and they actually broke away from the original Perisno Empire, so that's what I'm going to share right now. But it will work in a very similar fashion to Venator, how Venator does now, where you can do a quest to revive the faction. That is the plan currently. That is subject to change. Okay. I'm going to catch up with the chat here. I got to make this window bigger. Let me get music a little louder so people don't have to. I need more screens. Actually, thinking about that Venator removal, I'm curious about the Aurora Sword. Is just going to be removed or relocated. There's a lot of possibilities to do with the Aurora. I think relocated and what's the word? Reallocated as well. So won't be removed, but so Siegfried may or may not have it, or it could be moved to the Eagles as quests. Maybe they stole it, or it can be sitting ahead of new faction scripts. So Siegfried may or may not, yeah. Ancient Empire is suspiciously similar to Hakan. It's not suspiciously similar to Hakan. We've talked about this new faction in Discord, but they're not. I wouldn't say similar to Hakan because Hakan is. I don't know. I wouldn't say that, considering what we've come up with so far. But I wish a Church of Faith played a bigger part. That's a fair comment. I mean, religion in a whole will eventually play a bigger part in Perisno. Religion in itself I wasn't a big fan of it early on, but it's grown on me, and certain factions, certain minor factions, certain religions, we're working on that, so it's going to play a major part, or a bigger part in the future. So I bet someone might make a submod to re-add Venator. I don't care. Submods or submods. They can add to whatever stuff they want. I'm all for that. If people wish to have Venator back, we'll go over submods in later. Yeah. I'm super excited for Dark Forest Inn. Man, I have pushed that off since version 1.0, and I was so excited when I started it. And stuff kept piling up and up and up, and oh man. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure when that's gonna come, so it'll come, but it's not on a Trello board yet. So religion plays, yeah, it does, but in the actual game, I'm in the actual warband. So finally, now I can worship Drohara, god of making herbalist fast drugs. Huh. I don't want to get banned from Discord. All right, let's keep going, so I don't get sidetracked here. All right. 3D model of Aurelian Chrysana. Tell you what, if you can get me a place where I can order models of actual stuff, I would consider this. So, not for the giveaway, because I don't think we'd have enough time, but for merchandise. For certain valuable or interesting characters in the lore, I would actually do 3D models of certain stuff. So, if anyone has any ideas where I could do this, or which website offers this, that is preferably drop shipping. If not, then I would have to order them myself and list them on the website. And the reason I like drop shipping merchandise is because I would have to buy a bulk amount of merchandise, like t-shirts or whatever, keep them in storage, and then if they sell, then I would ship myself. It's just easier to do a drop shipping if possible. And I've been researching this for the past few months, and it's just the easiest way. So once again, if anyone has an idea of where we could do 3D models or get them, that would be awesome. Yeah, I've talked to Arlaygio too about this. He unfortunately is not online. I wanted to have him on the stream, but he probably knows the most about it. We'll keep it in mind. But as of now, this is a good suggestion, but it'll probably become merchandise, not a giveaway. We'll do future giveaways in the future, but not this one. Apparel. Yeah, that's probably one of the. Again, I might do top 3 releases, top 3 giveaways. So apparel is very, very easy to do for me for a giveaway. It all depends. If you're overseas, unfortunately, if you're like in Russia or some country not in North America, it's going to be a lot harder to get you this giveaway. So if you win, we might have to go to some virtual stuff like a gift card, a Bannerlord code, or whatever. We'll figure it. I'm still figuring that out. So, right. Steam gift card again. Some virtual thing. This won't be them. If it happens that you're overseas, we might go with a Steam gift card of a certain amount, valued at what the giveaway was supposed to be, or something. Put Lupus into the game similar to Zalvek or large army of Wool Knights. Feeding him should give you either a legendary weapon or piece of armor. I'm not sure how this is part of the giveaway. It's simply just a suggestion, but still a suggestion nonetheless. Man, I can't talk today. Nice one. Lord of Faith could also just be the patron of gains, really. All right, let's go continue. 8 chance to design custom faction lore. Again, top tier, top patron tier. You can have a good chance of doing this. Do it for a month and then lower your patronage if it's too much. But yeah, it gives us, if you want to suggest a certain thing, it gives us priority, and then we actually work on your suggestion. And yeah, so. But this still might be a good virtual thing again for someone overseas. All right, number 14 of the responses. Winners should be able to pick the name of a new companion NPC. Can be something simple like the Tavern Keeper or something as well. Maybe companion first place, second place. Here's the thing with this. It would be a good thing to do it, get your name in the game, or in the modification. Excuse me. But it doesn't feel like something rewarding enough, in my opinion. It could be like for the 3rd place. I wouldn't be opposed to this for like 2nd or 3rd place. So. Just reading chat up here. Right. Yeah, I'll fix the stream elements thing after the stream. I'm still testing things out, so bear with me. Okay. A special Perisno version, some cool armor. I don't know. A special Perisno version. Maybe like a special edition of. I'm not 100% sure what this guy means or this person. So, Hiltzag Oscar body. Here's the funny thing, guys. The new shop that I've been working with actually has body pillows. They have pillows, they have sheets, they have everything you could think of. And getting... Why is this so funny? That's oh god, that's awesome. It's not going to be for the giveaway. That's... No. Maybe for merchandise if someone really wants one. It's really bad, but... That's a good one, though. Scale model Skyfall replica. Yeah, back to the replicas. I don't have any way of creating this, and I'm sure it'd be expensive as heck to do, but for this giveaway, no. Just thanks for the suggestion, though. Bannerlord would seem the obvious choice. Yes, it would. I'm considering a Bannerlord code. Not sure why anyone would want to play Bannerlord in its current state, but it is what it is. A keyboard. Yeah, I suppose we could do a gaming keyboard, maybe Asus Strix, Origin 2, I don't know, whatever. I'll think about it. I'm gonna murder this name, but Inophilim, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Perisno Live, episode number 4. We're going over the giveaway responses. We have been live for 44 minutes, and I didn't record in the background, so I'm gonna have to download this, unfortunately. Oh. I will not be surprised if one of these responses is your hat. If I won the giveaway, I would want your hat. This is just a beanie that I had laying around. But yeah, I could do a Perisno beanie as well. God, no, that's not possible in Warband for sure. Bannerlord Steam key code, yes. This has come up a few times now. Pick one guy from Italy on the 40-year-old mark. That's a perfect recipient for giveaways. What? I'm guessing this is like someone from Discord or someone just signed it up and they want me to pick that guy to win the giveaway. Sure. Steam gift card or a cash card, yeah. Most responses. All right, thank you guys for the responses for the giveaway. These give me an interesting idea of what we could do. It's November 20 today in North America. So the giveaway, again, will be when version 1.4 drops. And in the coming week or two, I should have more information how to enter the giveaway and what the giveaway prizes or whatever will be, and if we have more than one winner, like one first, second, and third place. So we'll see. My first thought was a Perisno canvas art, like a 16 by 20 canvas piece. I did order one to see how they look, and I'm considering doing that for one. I'm not 100% sure if I will. If it's good quality, we'll see. Again, stay tuned for more on the giveaway. All right, let's keep moving along. I'm going to ping Arlaygio quick to see if he's up for something. All right. Okay, let's see what else we got to go over today. Yeah, let's look at Discord. And 1 second. Yes, tabs. 1 second. I have to bring up the correct Discord match right here so I don't show. Right, Perisno submod page. Submod releases, discussions. Alright, submod releases. Currently we have the one from Zygontas, the Perisno Oath of the Ancient Kingdom. This changes the Zan invasion and anything related to them in the Kingdom of Perisno. Guys, if you do a sub mod, it would be pretty nice if you do a like a changelog, like what you changed. You didn't do this, but I have not got around to play this yet. Unfortunately, I did want to. I might do a stream later in the week, next week or something, where I play a sub mod or two. We'll see. So this mod, it will be on ModDB for download as well, if the for more downloads or more people to download, I guess. We have the converts Perisno troops into party templates for Ingvar's hired mercenaries. We do this for pretty much every release. That's also as well here. So only one official sub mod currently for the latest version. Again, I'm not sure how often these sub mods will get updated for newer versions. We'll see. Clean up with chat as well. Yeah, the one god is the creator of everything. So. Unfortunately, I just noticed that. Yeah, I should fix that. I'll fix that for the next stream for the YouTubers, for the people who watch it on YouTube. Unfortunately, since I switched to Stream Elements, I didn't put the actual chat window on the page. So if anybody is not live, unfortunately for this live stream, you won't be able to catch up on the Twitch chat. So, all right. So what do we got on Discord? Some updates here. I think I've got one more thing to go over. I think we will have Arlaygio come on for a little bit. I'm not sure how long. Yeah, he should be on in a little bit. Right. One more thing I did want to show you, so my mind doesn't. Where was I here? I knew I wanted to go over one more thing before Arlaygio shows up. Give me a second. Let's go. Yeah, we did the going over some oh yeah, right, the 1.4 changes, going over that stuff. We did go over the website preview, merchandise soft launch, giveaway info, release and more. Not 100% on the giveaway yet. Okay. All you guys love this. The Trello board for Perisno is up and live. It has been for a little bit now. I actually have to make a command. Let me do this quick, because I think it's really important. Let's do it. Stream elements. Let's add a new command. We'll do update. Let's add an update, yeah. And all these commands can be found by doing exclamation point command for anyone interested. So I'm do this quickly here. Right on. So it should theoretically work. Now let's test it out. Right on. Sweet. Perisno Trello Lord is now on Stream Elements as well for anyone interested. Joke down. Thanks for the follow. Did I miss? Yeah, I didn't miss anyone else yet. So Joke down. Welcome to Perisno Live episode 4. We've got one or two more things to go over. Is the one god active in the world anymore? Does he slumber? Yes, sir. He's active, but he leaves the work to his creations. I think that's a good response. Thanks, Tofu. I love you too, Joke Down. Welcome. We've got some major Arcanist leaks and drops coming up in the next update, and some more religion lore. A lot of lore will be coming.
Am I on?
Yes, you are. Welcome, Arlaygio. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
There you are, John.
Welcome.
The cigar car. Sorry about that.
No worries. Let me make sure you are They can hear you. Chat, can you hear Arlaygio?
It's not Jeopardy, so you can answer the question normally.
A little loud, whatever. It is what it is. Just turn down your volume, guys. All right, let's keep moving along here. How you feeling? Better?
A lot better. The last few days I've been kind of sleeping in this Buddhist monk meditation position because the gas in my chest, I can't lie down without suffocating while I'm trying to sleep, so I've just had to kind of learn to sleep while sitting up.
Mm-hmm. Gee, that sounds terrible, dude. Much better, thank you. All right, I just had to adjust your volume in Discord. I think I can hear him, but it's hard to tell.
I may belch from time to time because I'm still getting all the gas out of my system. I brought this upon myself by soft boiling 5 eggs that I thought siblings had cleared as being okay, but the eggs were too old. And so, because I soft boiled them, I didn't even cook it out enough to kill a lot of the bad stuff in there, so it seems it caused a bunch of bacteria to create a colony in my left lung and just letting off all this gas and it would never end.
Gee. Food poisoning, I guess.
Yeah, it took a day for it to show up too. It's my own fault though for being so careless.
Well, get better because people are waiting for updates. I'm just, health over anything else right now.
I have to work on Perisno every once in a while or else I get bored working on the other stuff, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
So that is part of my well-being.
I don't suppose...
Did we show off the 2 new armors to everyone?
Was it the green Perisno one in the last stream?
We had a new chest plate and we had a new coat with mail.
I believe if you didn't, I think so. I think we did look at a few things last stream. I'm not 100% sure if it's. I think it's the newest one. We can show it again. It doesn't matter. I just have that Trello board to go over in some updates, and I'm pretty much should be done, I guess.
All right.
Oh, I did want to. I went over the giveaway stuff that people suggested, and a few. Which one was it now? Like the 3D models and stuff. Some of those suggested it. So I did say we might do that for merchandise in the future, but I wasn't sure 100%, I guess.
Right. Well, if I can figure out how to set up the 3D printing stuff, then I don't mind making stuff to sell.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can do full figurines because the painting process could...
Yeah.
Tail.
You guys showed the new Gambesons and new Perisno armor. Yeah. New Perisno armor and knightly helmet. Okay. Yeah, I don't think the last week was pretty...
Separate the legs so the character looks a little taller than they actually are. These legs are gonna slide up and you have the mail.
Yeah. Okay, let me get your stream up. Give me a second. There you go. Should be.
And then you have...
There you go.
In the mail standard, obviously it's not going to float in empty space. I just have to take the model apart in order to paint it correctly in Substance Painter. I need to replace the stupid sallet that the current Perisno, I think it's the Perisno Warrior uses.
Mm-hmm.
Because that sallet bends around the character's eyes and it just ruins the shape entirely.
Man, you need to get a new GPU. I've never seen that.
Yeah, there are lots of little annoying things. I recently fixed the Perisno helmet so that the soldiers aren't blind half the time.
Yeah. We'll have to start what do you call it? Allotting some Patreon money to get you a new 3090.
Out there for a moment.
Oh, no worries. I was just making a whatever. I think you showed us in Discord.
Yeah, I did. Now, I mentioned some swords I keep forgetting. I'm going to see if I can find those now. Perisno. Maybe it's under Talrania. Okay, maybe this is it. I keep forgetting that I made these two.
Oh, we haven't showed these in a while.
Yeah, the top one was supposed to be made from the shards, so that you can defeat the Klymorian beast. I do like the physical detailing on it. I have to do something about this kind of ugly seam in the middle, though.
Yeah. It looks pretty decent, honestly. Looks pretty similar to the one we have in game, the placeholder one, but
right. And then you got the Perisno and 8-pointed star.
Yeah, I still have to get that from the artist, the new version of it. Not sure what's going on with that guy.
And this sword we might give to the Talranian master hackers. Just call it the Talranian longsword. Or great sword.
Were you thinking about? Just a thought just came to me. Like weapons for certain troops and certain factions, like the symbols you just saw, like the Talranian one or the Talranian star and the Perisno sun. Have you considered doing like a symbol of for certain troops from every faction?
I like to keep it simple because it's not easy to come up with new symbols that have a lot of deep meaning and culture behind them. Like right now, Talrania has the 4-pointed star, which Limbard also uses because he has basically adopted a lot of Limbard ideology when they came over from Perisno. That star, though, which represents Eulimia is an obedient spirit to this. She also is she's not treated like a god, but she is treated kind of more like an angel by the ancient Perisnoans. And so even the certain ancient Perisnoan texts or images would have Eulimia's star on them as well. I'm not sure I want to go as far as to say that her star is the same as the Perisnoan 8-pointed star. I'm thinking maybe that would be a different star in the sky that's even brighter, and maybe it should write a story behind when that star appeared and what era it happened in and why it became a mainstay Perisno symbol. One thing I wanted to push for Perisno was for them to get a few more symbols rather than just having one symbol being the star. And it's not, I know earlier I said that it's difficult to create new symbols with a lot of cultural, but realistically every culture has a few symbols that they use, and I was thinking one that Perisno could use would be an elk with really grand antlers that were really fancy, and we could maybe put a spin on those antlers and make them look abnormal.
Yeah, I was just curious, I guess, on how that process works in creating weapons and all that stuff.
I always, first of all, because everything's based off something from real life, so you want to find out what you're making, what it's based off in real life, and then combining two things from real life together could create something that appears original. And then you just alter it and alter it and alter it until you have something that appears fairly original. It's like, in real life, not just anyone could use the lion symbol. Yeah. If you're in England anyways, that's I think you had to have royal blood you didn't have to be a prince, but you had to have some bloodline connection to the king if you wanted to use a lion. I could be really wrong about that, though. I know for sure that colors, though, were very restricted.
Yeah.
Like, lesser lords just weren't allowed to use certain colors. English rules, though, for the lords and kings can be really different from mainland Europe. Don't ever study medieval England and then just apply that to the rest of Europe. You'll be wrong, and you'll make people like me very angry.
Yeah. I was about to ask about the new weapons. Pretty drippy. Just catching up on chat as well. Klymorian Beast. I think just Tofu entered that question. I love the look of the Shard Blade. Yeah, I do too. I see the 8-pointed star being a symbol along with the classic green leaf tree. Yes, that is exactly what it's supposed to be. The elk / stag's an awesome too. Yep, I agree. Klymorian Beast. Go ahead, sorry.
We had a green leaf tree symbol that Perisno was using?
Yeah, a while back. It was on, I believe it was on the banners. And once we used the star, I think, was it replaced? I think we replaced it. Because I'm not 100% sure where we have it right now. I would have to check.
That tree's a pretty...
The Klymorians are the reason the original Perisno Empire fell. To sum it up, Ryan Bennett. Let me get up some lore here. We could go over it a little bit. Arlaygio will update you in the back. In the meantime, I gotta bring up my lore notes right about now. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of Klymorian stuff on the wiki yet. It will be on the website. Just a bunch of assholes. Yeah, they are. They were introduced in version 1.0 and we're supposed to have a big quest line, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Let me get into my notes here.
Made that so perfect.
So basically the Klymorians, a lot of their lore is surrounded or includes their Klymorian beasts, which I don't really want to get to the name yet. We'll just call them beasts for now.
Here, I can show you some really old versions of helmets we were considering.
Yeah, we kind of put Klymorian on the back burner, even though they're such an important part of the lore. But we're still working on a lot of it, so... Both Ancient Kingdom of Perisno and the Klymorians are no more. The ancient part, obviously, because of Ancient. The player specifically has the option to bring back Perisno as the kingdom. That is your default kingdom. There are some quests probably going to be added in the future. So, by default, you would have to do a certain quest from Arcanus or something to bring back the kingdom of Perisno, because that is the whole idea. Arcanus is looking for the person, the player, technically, who should bring Perisno back to its glory. That is the main idea behind Arcanus. Or what is it supposed to be? Maybe I told too much right now, but back to Klymoria. So the Klymorians are sort of like chaos, and I honestly don't know too much about 40k Warhammer Fantasy. The Klymorians are something I came up with, and they're not really based on any other fantasy thing. The only other thing I based the beasts off of were their look, their idea. Slightly, they're based off their the Wall, like the movie, the Great Wall, I think, or something. They're very similar to that. Still, we have our own ideas of what they will look like. I'll put up some images in a second. The stuff Arlaygio is showing right now is just some concepts and Klymorian looks, because this black and red and very darkish type of feel that they have in the game, but we'll want to expand on in the future. Evil angry guys who worship an evil god. I'm not. Honestly, I don't think they worship anyone. Just like Tofu said, they're hell bent on just conquering everything, or they were. They might still be. They just kill shit to kill shit. Well, here's the thing. Going back to the Naphali, which we introduced a few versions ago, replacing the elves, they're cursed in a way that because of their creator, the one god, and Zadacia, who is the daughter of the one god. And in short terms, she basically created Naphali against the one god's wishes. We'll be going over more lore in detail later, but in short, she created the Naphali, and they were cursed with black blood. They're not as strong at night. Once again, the Naphali and Perisno were supposed to be, in lore, back when they were friends, they were allies, and they both fought off the Klymorians. So, not to say too much or not to drop too much, whatever. In short, the Naphali are supposed to be weaker at night, while the Klymorians are strong at night. Their animals and their beasts hunt humans and Naphali alike. So, the irony of forcibly recruiting Klymorians while founding one god is based, in humans are one god. Well, how it happens was Zadacia was put on Perisno by the one god to oversee the humans, and she went against the one god's wishes not to befriend the humans or not have any communication with them, just basically oversee them to his wishes, and she disobeyed. And she was permanently put on Perisno, and basically in retaliation, she created her own race, which Naphali came from. Arlaygio probably should have told you guys about that. He's better at telling these things than I am, but alright, going back to Klymoria again, their creatures are basically based off, they were created to punish the Naphali, in short. I think, Arlaygio, you had a very good summary of this, didn't you?
Of what exactly? Why the ancient creatures were created?
Yes. I think you had it.
Okay, so this is another idea I didn't have time to pass by you yet because it's a lot to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
But remember how in the Genesis story I gave you, it mentions that Grazir was one of the 7 grand Ruachs who serves the creator, but before the beginning, Grazir turned against the creator.
Yeah, I believe I remember some of that.
So the concept I was going to pass to you is that the beasts are actually the remnants of a world that was created by the creator, but then that world got so chaotic and evil it had to be destroyed, and the creator decided, okay, I'm just going to start over. Kind of like Noah's flood, but the beasts that the Klymorians use, they survive the catastrophe deep under the crust of the earth, and the creator just decides, you know what, I'm going to keep these around as a reminder of the past world that was destroyed, and if things get out of hand, I'll just unleash them on the surface, and maybe that'll make everyone reconsider if they want to recreate the chaos of the first world again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read some of that.
And Zadacia is the one who tempts the creator with that. He's like, okay, you want to rebel like Grazir rebelled. I'm going to show you what kind of world you create when you want to make these superhumans, basically, or these super powerful creatures. And I don't want to completely villainize Zadacia because it's... Yeah, there are times and there are places where you definitely need true villains, but I did kind of like how Tofu wanted to make her a bit more nuanced than that. I'm always in favor of actual character development for villains. Not that I call Zadacia a villain. I see her more as a chaotic neutral character.
Yeah. I guess she can be viewed as such, either or. I've heard some really...
Like, she's kind of hedonistic, but she's not, like, malicious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of how I see her. I think one of the she was originally created. One thing I suggested about the 7 Grand Ruachs is that they tied to some sort of element. And one of the things the Dacia was tied to is beauty, blessings, fertility, and her physical element. So it's not just a character concept. Sorry, I shouldn't say character concept. I guess a metaphorical concept. Like her physical element in the world is water, and I think water is a pretty good representation of beauty and bliss, abundance, and fertility, and all that. In fact, one of the ancient Near East concepts of Noah's flood and how different cultures had their own version of Noah's flood, the idea of the earth being consumed in water is supposed to be reminiscent of the womb and giving birth to this new world that replaces the old one. Yeah. So if you want to know the ancient Near East perception of water, that's one of the things tied to it.
Yeah, I'm still going over some of the notes you sent in, but yeah, I actually do kind of like that narrative of the one world and two worlds. For anyone new to Perisno or the lore in general, me and Arlaygio and Emperor's Tofu, the 3 current devs working on Perisno, we are still working on certain parts of the lore, and there's a couple thousand years working on, and it's going to take a long time. We've been working on this, where I started this about 8-9 years ago, maybe 10, I'm not even sure, 2012, so it's close, almost 10 years, and every update we add more lore, go for some lore, make sure it's working, so that's why we drop certain... That's why we still discuss certain parts of the lore and updated it and all that. So once again, the website will feature the most up-to-date public lore, while the wiki will serve more as the Mount&Blade warband modification lore, where like the troops, the factions, and all that, while the website serves more as the inside to the lore of the actual world of Perisno in a much grander scale. Anything non-human is villainous in my eyes. Slight concern of the dwarves digging up the beasts like surprise terrace. What is that word? Let me look that up quick. I want to comment on that quick.
Where's the stream? You got a link for me?
Yes. 1 second. I have about 50 tabs open right now, so give me a second. If you scroll up, I'll just DM it to you. Sorry.
This is another helmet that kind of inspired me for the Klymorians. I thought something like this would work pretty well.
To comment on your question, Zhang2632, slight concern if the dwarves digging up these beasts like surprise Tarrasques. That's actually what happened with them. You're right on. The dwarves actually dug up some Klymorian eggs, and that's actually what happened. And the Klymorians, in turn, were not at a war with them at that time.
Yeah, it's another one.
I'll get back to the screen.
Inspiration from.
And I'll finish, and then we'll look at Arlaygio stuff. So basically, the Klymorians stole the eggs from the dwarves. The dwarves were allies with Perisno, and hand in hand, that led to a major war. Obviously, the dwarves were not really a big part of the war. It was mostly Perisno, the kingdom of Perisno at the time, the Naphali to an extent, and Klymoria. But yeah, we'll go over that in a future one. We had a Klymorians. Sorry, go ahead.
The funny thing is, too, we did manage to write stories we were happy enough with for the origin of the Naphali and the giants. We never came up with a story we were happy that explains where the dwarves come from.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they survived the first world's destruction and they're kind of like this enlightened race. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll still work on that. It's I don't think it's a rush because the dwarves are pretty established right now, and we'll see.
The dwarves are going to be so much work too, replacing all those Lord of the Ring assets.
Yeah. That's why we have OSPs to work with. I do quite like that despite being worshipped by the ancient Perisnoans, the one god is still more of a removed character who isn't afraid to wipe out the slate to speak. Yeah. Tarisk are big, scary D&D creatures, basically apocalypse monsters. DMs pull in for lore wives. They sleep in the earth, or the dwarves have dug up them before. Well, honestly, when I came up with the beasts, I don't know D&D lore at all, so this is actually quite ironic. Or quite a coincidence. It's a coincidence. For how mighty in stature the giants are, they sure seem to get wiped quick. Yeah, they're small though. They're small in numbers. So, they're small in numbers, and Reich's Drachen loves to conquer people or other factions around him. A while back I showed some future timetable or what happens in the future, like for the next installment of Perisno, like for Banner Lord or whatever we go to, the Giants are actually not a major faction anymore, or not a major player anymore, thanks to the Reichsdrachen. Fun fact. Right, I want to go over. Oh yeah, I want to show some concepts we do have for the Klymorian beasts. Let's see if I can pull those up. The creatures, we still call them beasts, creatures, whatever. They're highly intelligent who smell blood miles away. They can see extremely well in the dark. Though during the daytime, any bright light they have is very poor sight. So they're basically. I'll close the window for now. Stop watching. So I have better internet. So if you want to show something Arlaygio, just let me know. I'm going over the creatures right now. Why is this closed? All right.
Here, this guy from Dark Souls 3.
Stream is loading. Give me a second. Not sure why your stream is not working right now. There you go. You're up. Kind of blurry, but yeah.
Yeah, it might be too crystallic for you, but I do like how agile this one looks. It's not really super strong looking, it's sleek. It's still strong, but it's not emphasizing the muscles and all that stuff. I would probably do the head. The most important thing to me, though, is that we can make it into a real mount in the game.
Yeah, I've seen this. I think you sent this a while back too, like this concept. Getting back to the Perisno and 8-pointed star, maybe it first appeared in the sky when House carries the Grisser throne. It's an interesting thought. I might write that down. I figured it was just a coincidence. Tarisk is a little bigger than I expected those beats to be, and technically there's only one Tarisk. Am I saying that correct? I believe because it ate all the others. Well, okay. I'm not mounting that. Joke down, you're not supposed to. Yeah. Okay. Because what we have so far, there are two versions, or the male and the female of the Klymorian beast. One is rideable, which is the male, and it is smaller. The female is larger, and they were used like in hunts and attacking right on, because they were bigger and more dangerous, I guess. That's not the window I want here. We're done. I think we're done with the Fountain Goddess for now. Let's close that. I did want to bring up this quick. Continue with the creatures. This is subject to change. Again, very poor sight in daytime. That's why most of their attacks happened at night. And once again, people will catch some of these hints, like some of these drops that we have, like the Dark Forest Inn, like the Perisno Sunrise, or certain things like that. They're playing into Klymoria versus Perisno. And that is another reason the Naphali are weak at night, as they're cursed for their black blood. Their backs were covered with what look like scales, but the sides seem to expose just fur. The Klymorian Empire used them in fighting the ancient kingdom of Perisno and other ancient kingdoms. Males are smaller than females, and Klymorians used to ride them into battle. females being much bigger and more ferocious were held back until needed as they were rare and more valuable. And there's a few more things, but I won't go over that right now. I did want to bring up another image quickly here. This is the helmet Arlaygio showed early on. Just a different
Hey,
render.
Mitch.
Yeah.
You need to cut part of the video out when we're done. I accidentally clicked on my password list for everything.
I don't have your stream up right now, so
Okay.
if anyone has some it's really blurry too, so I wouldn't worry about it. I haven't shown your screen for the last few bit. Nobody take Arlaygio's passwords, guy. Yeah, I was showing my screen, so I don't think there's much. I'll go over it once I put it on YouTube, and yeah.
Alrighty. I had to log into Pinterest is the problem. Otherwise, I would open.
Yeah, I make sure I don't show your screen if you're not showing anything. So it didn't pop up.
I do like the Roman gladiator helmets. I thought those also kind of fit the Klymorians.
Yeah, Zhang, you might have to change your Pinterest password. Just kidding.
Yeah.
These look like conscripted or standing helms.
I don't blame you for saying that. Yeah, they do
kind of
look like.
Kind of do.
You're probably thinking of the Morians a little bit.
Yeah. Here's one image as well that I was basing the Klymorian beasts off of a lot, or their look. This guy as well. This is more of a lizard type, still. Another certain concept that we were considering. More lizardy and tail.
I like that, yeah.
But this is more. It looks like a zombie tiger, or I don't know. I don't even know where this is from.
The thing is, that'd be really easy to rig, just like a horse. So.
Yeah. But yeah, this concept is actually one of my favorites right now, and actually.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a cat, actually.
And that also shows off kind of how. Where is this actually from? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah. I was just looking up concepts for the beast, and this one this one was my favorite by far. So.
Yeah.
I think I have one more concept up here. I believe these are from the Stormlight. I don't want to say Stormlight Archives because I'm not 100% sure where this concept is from. But yeah. Ancient Perisno UFOs and laser guns when? Make a submod. An actual question, will Perisnoans ever develop gunpowder? The answer to your actual question is no. There will never be guns or gunpowder. Well, I can't say gunpowder because we have kind of bombs already.
No, there's a workaround. Greek fire actually didn't use gunpowder.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
We don't know what the true solution is, but from the documents we've looked at, it's definitely not your typical sulfur mixture that you would expect or whatever.
Yeah.
Were they using sulfur and black powder back then? I have to look that up. They say when guns get on the scene is about where I stop having interest in history, so I just kind of duck out.
It's overpowered, and it just never fit into Perisno in the way we want to build the world, so we have so many requests for it. Again, there is a submod. I don't think it's listed in the submod page, actually, and I don't think the guy who makes it is in Discord anymore for whatever reason, but we did have a submod for an earlier version that introduced gunpowder, so if anyone really wants that mod, or guns in Perisno, look that up. I don't know. Alright, where's my live stream? Alright. It's actually pretty fun for players to try to use the names of gear for the mod to put together some lore cues like Sunrise, Twilight, and Ruin. Yeah. I think you're one of the very few people have actually talked about that as the cues and the certain wordplay that brings out lore stuff. And I do want to do more of that. Tell Rainy wishes to know your location. Yeah, it's magic, some kind of magic. There's a fine line of the between how much magic I want to use in Perisno, because there's some. I'm not opposed to magic outright, but what's that?
I've been thinking about the hard rules for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so humans can't use magic on their own, but spirits that were created by, well, the creator, some of them have influence over the physical world, and particularly in their element that they've been given control over. Like in the Fountain Goddess case, the main element she's been given control over is water, and because of that, she kind of has control of over the 7 grand ruachs, these great spirits. They were in charge of keeping things organized in certain parts of the world. I based the idea off in the Bible in Revelation, where it talks about the angels in charge of the 4 corners of the earth, and you have one in charge of the ocean and one in charge of the wind. Well, Zadesha is in charge of the water, and one of the things I want her to do was to be the one who sends rain so that crops will grow, and she can bless people in that manner. And some of the magical items that she can only put so many into the world, because it's dividing up parts of her power. She created moon water blades, because the moon affects tides, and I talked to Tofu about this. We wanted to make some special weapons that religious Naphali units use. They're curved swords that have water on them, or they get wet during the night and they deal more damage during the night because of the what's it called? Condension? The mist or whatever that's collecting on the blades, and Zadeshia's power runs through them.
Yeah, that's another interesting area of lore that we can.
If you don't like it, you can say so, Mitch. That's fine.
Yeah, I would have. I never. This is actually the first time you've brought this up, so I still have. You would have to send it in and see where it goes. But I'm not opposed to it from the first stuff you've talked about it. I actually do like it. Yeah.
I think the legendary weapons also have something to do with the great spirits back in the day. They imparted some of their power on these objects, and that's kind of how they came to be.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I did mean to actually, I did mean to actually talk to you about the magic and stuff, because there's certain lores and certain like Stormlight Archives, for example, which I think it has a lot of magic that I wanted to base it off. But I want to talk to you about the magic system and what we're going to be doing in the future and how that. But yeah, we'll go over that in a future time.
So long we don't have mages throwing fireballs, that we go all crazy.
Yeah.
I think that having a few magical weapons, or even somewhat sizable groups of soldiers that all have magic weapons, would fit Perisno rather well. Mm-hmm. Like, you got a 60 Naphali contingent, and they all have moon water blades. I think that's reasonable.
Like, even though we've been talking about the new faction, and I think Tofu came up with a name or whatever, and I still not 100% sure how they pronounce it. Like, is it Toigheim, whatever. Anyway, they have a certain thing that I want to incorporate, like their priests or whatever. And I've actually wanted a certain troops that they have very limited magic as well, but I'm not 100% sure yet where we're going to go with that area. But I've been thinking about the like witches and stuff, but yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it right now because it's still work in progress. Let's go over in chat.
Another idea we had for a religious weapon. So the Reich des Drachen, one of their original ancient deities that they worshipped was a bronze dragon. Mm-hmm. And that bronze dragon is actually just one of the original 7 spirits who serve the creator. Now he's kind of operating under a proxy, trying to do his thing, and that's a long, complicated story.
Yeah.
But the element he was given control over in the physical world was metal. And so what he did is he made maces out of metal for his religious troops. And the maces can change their weight. So that when you swing it, you can make it heavier all of a sudden. And we wanted to make a mace. I talked to Tofu about it. A mace that always knocks the person down who it hits. Just always crushes through blocks, always knocks the opponent down, maybe even goes to the shield. She'd have to tell you how balanced it is or not, but that's what troops for the Reich were. I was kind of thinking. Obviously needs balance tested though.
Yeah. I can drop a few. Yeah. I'm just catching up with chat as well here. Give me a second. I'm curious about the unique units similar to Givaway Alchemists and if there are any others I don't know about or what may be added for other factions. I think the Alchemists are one of the very few unique units for factions besides Household Guards, which are not really new, I guess. But no, at this point, there aren't really any more unique units, I guess, at this point. Black powder infused strings, Arlay, sulfur, grand. Okay, yeah. Speaking the unique Klymorian alchemists, I wish you could recruit unique troops like the alchemists or Yemen when it higher up with certain lords. Well, they're easy enough to get if you have enough money, and if you're Klymorian right now, there's a reason. The balance between getting them and how strong they are, they're actually being revamped or reworked in 1.4. So you'll have to wait till the update comes to see what we're talking about. But they're not good. They're going to be anyway. Certain of those troops are going to be different in 1.4. Chowheim. All right, thanks, Tofu. I was using the T, but it's silent, I guess. Chowheim. Don't give them ideas. Thank you for following. All right, we got a new follower. Let me make sure I don't get this wrong. Super into doing balls. What? Thanks for the follow. I have no idea what that is. Super into doing balls. That sounds a little suspicious. Welcome either or, anyway. A Perisno rune sword for the Perisno Paladin. I feel like the idea of ancient weapons from the old KOP staying in one place via runes could be cool. Interesting idea. Definitely doesn't sound balanced. My initial thought would be slow speed, but yeah. We're working on certain balancing issues. That is why Telranian stuff is being reworked, or the Givaway troops.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much I wanted that change.
I think it works too. I would show the rework now, but I'll let people discover it on themselves when they play the game. And yeah. Currently, you can only recruit one household guard, which is Chrysanus. Yep. I'm also just not a fan of how short the Vipers for Perisno Paladins and horseback.
Is that the sword? The Viper?
Yeah, the Viper. I would have to.
I kind of want to rework the whole Perisno troop tree. Not change it so much, just refine what's already there.
Tofu just commented, what change? I didn't hear it. Oh, sorry. We were talking about the new changes coming to the Telranian noble troop tree line, where we rework them, like the ones that shoot explosive
bombs,
explosive arrows and stuff. Yeah, Arlaygio calls them bombs. They're technically bombs, I guess. Yeah. I always imagine Givaway as part of the place, and it is the place of knowledge. It's actually technically the capital of the ancient kingdom of Perisno.
Finally, confirmation. I always thought that, but I never heard.
Yeah, you and me have been discussing that forever, for the last year or so. But yeah, it is Givaway's official. It is the capital, or was the capital of the ancient kingdom of Perisno. Yeah, the explosive arrows are hyper effing busted. They are. That is why we revamped the unit itself. We didn't just revamp the arrows. We revamped the whole unit. Yeah, they're overpowered. They're overpowered as crap. We know. Arlaygio knows. He was on my case.
Finally, he watched TRM plays one day, and TRM plays was showing just how easy it is to exploit. I'm like, yes, thank you, TRM plays.
Yeah, I admit. We actually have, I'm not sure how many of you guys know Hitpoint in, like the channel on YouTube, but he says he's going to do some YouTube videos on Perisno once he releases 1.4. I'm kind of excited about that because besides MS Warlord, he's one of my favorite streamers as well. So, no one talk about the Rivermen. They saved my life once. I think the Rivermen are just there to be there right now. They just don't have any backstory too much yet. They're underappreciated. Yeah, that's fair. Fair assumption. All right, let me go to. I did want to share one thing about Chowheim. I'll share a little backstory on them here. Not too much. Let's see how much I want to give. I'll show. I'll post it in Discord and Twitch, I guess. Just some lore in the back, early lore. I reached a 500 character limit, so if you want to read the whole thing that I just posted, just go to this. It should be on the screen on Discord as well. But yeah. Yeah, I like hearing everyone's headcanon stories about Rivermen. Is there a new ancient faction going to be inspired? No. Not directly, no. The inspiration of Chowheim is more... I guess Tofu or Arlaygio could actually... What did we say was the actual inspiration of Chowheim again? They're more religious fanatics in a way, I guess. But no, they're not inspired by ancient China.
I would say that they're just kind of your traditional pagan. You know the Hopi Indians and how they were spirits under the ground and they believe in child sacrifice? I was thinking more of kind of Native American, the less respectable of those religions, because I'll be honest, not all of them are so admirable and upright. Some were very vicious, and human sacrifice was also a part of those customs. And one of the things I was kind of thinking, granted I was not part of the original inception of these of this culture, so what I'm saying is stuff I'm offering to be tacked on, whether it suits the original vision or not. But what I was going to say is the reason they wear masks is because it has something to do with them believing in the importance of replacing one's identity with unity in the group and then creating your own new identity out of the fact you're giving up your carnal place in the physical world and trying to represent yourself in the spiritual world more accurately within the physical realm. And the leaders obviously get way more interesting, decorative men than the lowly people who haven't earned it yet. And the whole religion is basically a scam.
Yep.
It's done to control people. I was thinking, now obviously people aren't just going to fall for something unless there's a reason that they would want to fall for it. And I would say that they choose to fall for it and keep perpetuating the myth is because they believe that one of them can become one of the elite who have a lot of power and some pretty decent lives, actually, as opposed to the suffering that the lower class has. And so you have some of the corruption and more off the rails, I guess, unbridled capitalism, should I say? Where, we will keep tolerating a bad system or a flawed system because we kind of want to become part of the elite. And I actually think capitalism is generally a good thing. I'm just saying here are some of the flaws, and if you become too anarchistic, then that's one of the things that can happen.
Yeah.
Very long.
Yeah, I think one important thing he said is the whole thing is kind of based around a scam because people who follow it they're lower tier troops and all that. They're just along for the ride and don't really know.
Spirits.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on. They're like absorbed into this and obsessed with their leaders and like behind. Yeah, that's
What
the
I
big.
was gonna Okay.
Go ahead.
What I was gonna suggest is that Sogdian religion is different in that they don't structure their religious ideas around any one spirit. They actually worship literally thousands of spirits. And what I was going to say is in the beginning, the creator, he created great spirits, the grand ruachs, which there are only 7. And then he created lesser spirits. And the lesser spirits didn't really get named or talked about much in history, but they're important to the world too. Some lesser spirits control, say, the stream water, or you might have another lesser spirit that's in charge of apple trees, just specifically apple trees, not pear trees. And they have all these little things in the world that they're in charge of. And suppose some of these lesser spirits, like thousands of them, band together and say, we're going to rebel against the creator. Let's create a fake religion so that we can garner all these humans to worship us, and we'll lend our power to the leaders of this fake religion if they do what we tell them to. And so they start manifesting their power in masks or a few items, kind of like the magical items that we talked about earlier, the moon water blades, etc. I just haven't thought exactly about what sort of weapons they would get. You can't put a whip in Perisno as a weapon, so we can't use that. Probably some sort of throwing weapon, poison daggers of some sort. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the whole thing.
Yeah,
Ultimately, it's up to you.
that's where we are basically along those lines. Yeah. We did have some concepts on those, but we won't share them because they're not going to be coming in 1.4 anyway. So once we're ready to share more, we'll do that as well. Alex Sovan, I'm not quite 100%. I haven't read any backstory on the Cathars yet, so I couldn't answer your question yet. Like corporatism or anarchy, not 100%. No, I think more or less. From the lore I share, the Kolshevites were the small villages or small group of people that were absorbed by Perisno, and for the most part they were peaceful in the transition, I guess you could say. And the smaller group of people inside it, they didn't want to be part of Perisno because religion, and they wanted to be on their own as well, and they didn't accept the one God as the Perisnoans did. And uprising after uprising, and these fanatics, they became more and more against what Perisno was all about, or the kingdom of Perisno, and that is where they came to be known as Chogheim, or Chowheim. Yes. That's pretty much all I will share about Chogheim for now. We got some more stuff coming up as well. God, imagine being the spirit assigned to apples. Good one. Arlaygio is gonna make a spirit that is the apple spirit. We'll make a meme about that. That's a good one.
Oh my god.
It's your fault.
Yeah, I shouldn't open my mouth so much. God, like Rick and Morty, I like that show a lot sometimes, but it gets me so depressed after one episode because it points out way too much stuff that's wrong in the just the universe in general. God, I watch one episode, I laugh, and like some of the humor's a bit too much for me, to be honest. But
yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't watch a lot of shows like that. I feel they're too crude, I guess. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Odo, bring up Apple Simon. Play D&D. My mom convinces the DM to give her an infinite bag of apples just to her. I don't play that, so I can't.
you guys have a way of focusing on some really interesting aspects of the lore there.
What are you actually? When I started off the stream, we went over that. Have you played Medieval 2 Total War, by any chance?
I haven't.
No, me neither.
I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I just informed or told everyone that about the people who requested permission to make a Perisno mod, so I think that's pretty cool. Even though I haven't played the game, yeah. I hope it takes off, and I hope it does well, because the more people know about Perisno, the better, and the more patrons we get, the bigger Perisno can become. That is the ultimate goal. Get Perisno out of bigger than Warband, because Warband is so small in the scale of things that it could be. It holds us back, honestly, but we won't go into that because it's a downer once we go into how Warband is. Anyway, did you have, besides the Trello board, which I'll go over in a bit, did you have any other stuff you wanted to share or talk about?
I could talk about Perisno for hours, but that's just about everything that's on my mind tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, this is officially the longest Perisno live stream we have had. We're closing in on 2 hours. I'm bummed out I didn't start my recording. I'll have to download it on Twitch and put it on YouTube, but that's fine. That's my fault. I did edit the stream elements to not show the link every 5 minutes. I don't know why I did 5 minutes. Once again, the official soft launch of Perisno merch is up. I'm sure you saw the links every 5 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. But if you have any suggestions of stuff I want to put up before the official website merchandise becomes available for you, just DM me or put it in the live stream chat. I don't care, wherever, and I will get that out. For the people who want some Christmas or holiday gifts, we can get that going as well. They say 7 to 10 days. I did order some shirts and stuff to see how it actually looks. I haven't gotten them yet, and I want to see how long ago that was. Give me a second. 6 days ago. So it did say 7 to 10 days. Once I do have the actual merchandise, I'll let you guys know how it is. If you want to order stuff, by all means, go ahead. That's live as well, so the website is up. Arlaygio wasn't here, but I did go over the official website. I did post the website link in our off-topic section, Arlaygio. Take a look at that. It's not update 100% because in the back I'm still working on stuff. So once you feel better, we'll go over a few things because I need your opinion on a bunch of lower stuff.
Alrighty.
You're still having this conversation on Twitch. I'm not following all that. So, besides that, let me see what else I have. Are you adding this nightmare to Perisno as well? No, it's Ghostbuster. If you're watching the stream, no, we're talking about it's basically just reference and stuff. All right, let's go over the final thing I had going on. Trello board. If you want to keep updated on Perisno, the changes come into Warband. The Trello board's up. If you're in Twitch right now, just type in !update, and it should give you the latest link to the Perisno Trello board. And once again, there's a few links as well, because I do plan on having a lot more live streams than usual, than always. So a bunch of links. If you want the main links as well, !commands. That should bring you to a list of my commands and whatever you want can bring up. Also, !Perisno, pretty obvious. It gives you a link to our Discord. I think most of the people on the stream come from our Discord anyway, so that's mostly for the newer people joining the stream on Twitch. And let me see. Tofu going over some stuff. All right, let's back to the board. Ready for release. Most of this stuff comes from Tofu. She's active, one of the most active coders of the team. If not, I shouldn't say she is the most active coder on the team right now. official changelog. Wife to rebel against the mark. You'll no longer become the ruler of the End Rebellion. Your wife will now become the ruler. This was an exploit I used to do as well, so let's Kofa fix that. Access to Forbidden Sea dialogue and trigger fixes. We've got bounty hunting stuff. I won't go over all this stuff because I'll make a 1.4 release video once that is out. Just going over some important changes coming in 1.4. Caravan upgrades. You'll love this. I think one of the best features that Tofu's added for the caravans. Caravan upgrades are available with certain factions. You can always purchase these upgrades from your Chamberlain at an extended price, even if the faction is no longer active. And if you guys, I don't even have this, sorry. I'll bring this on the board. Once again, if you're on Trello, you want to see more information about this, just click on the small area here, and you can get inside information or more updates or stuff. Crafting menu fixes for Sabelars, but yeah, crafting menu stuff, always important. Household guards can no longer be recruited on demand. When recruited household guards, they will take 3 to 5 to 7 days, depending on how much you want to invest. We'll have more information on that soon, or figure that out. Mystic Merchant refresh button is really big for a lot of you Mystic Merchant fans. There's a video, I'm not going to show it on the stream because internet's not that great. But I think I don't know anyone who won't like this change. It's a really good change. Thanks, Sofu. Overworld optimizations to make Perisno run better. We're actively doing that. So that's about all I'll go over Trello board. Once again, !Trello if you want to get in this, or if you're on Discord, go to announcements, look for the link. All right. Let me see what else I'm missing here on Twitch. Is there anything special about Telranian Yemen? Not really. There's, if I remember correctly, it's basically just a bowman that one of the Telranian lords have. Yeah, good in archers, terrible in melee. Oh.
Rebel unit would not recommend as a Telranian player.
Yeah. Arlaygio is our Telranian, one of the bigger Telranian fans, I guess, for anyone new.
If you rescue them and have the option to recruit them and you care about them, you'll let them go back home to their families.
Truer words were never spoken. There's just something about the Yemen that attracts me to using them over other units. Really? That's, I've never heard of that one before. I don't think I've ever had a Yemen in my party for more than one in-game day. I usually garrison them up. I don't really think they're that great, but I also don't play a lot of Telrania. I did in my last playthrough. I focused a lot on Telrania, but that was a long time ago. I don't remember that much. Let me see what else we got. Before we go, you should rate this new Perisno style profile picture. Out of 10? I do like it. I do like the whole look, the aesthetics of it. I like the horse. I'm a big fan of horses that match the actual person on it, like the green matches with the green armor. I kind of dig that. I'm gonna give this a solid 8.5 out of 10 rating. It looks good. Maybe even a 9, but 8.5. I wish I'm not sure what the background is all about. Is that big banners? I don't know what that is. Is it banners, I guess? Yeah, I love it. I love it. Unless Arlaygio has some other stuff, unless someone in chat has some more questions and comments, we are about finished with the stuff I wanted to go over. Once again, we're closing in on 2 hours. One of the longest Perisno live streams, if not the longest.
I got nothing.
Right. Once again, I hope to one day have Tofu on the voice, on the video as well, in the live stream, actually talking, but it's always nice to have Arlaygio on, one of the Perisno developers, obviously.
You?
And maybe Bubbles will be on in the future. He's one of the newer devs. And I believe I kind of want the stream to run a little longer, but I can't think of any questions. I don't know enough about Purge to think of theirs. Well, it was nice having you, Jiang Jiang 2632. You're always welcome in Perisno. The Perisno live streams are usually Friday or Saturday, mostly Saturday, because that is the most free time I have during the week. I'm usually pretty busy. And it usually happens, I'm in Central Time Zone, and I usually also put it in Discord whenever I go live. So Saturday evening generally is where I go live. I did want to go earlier, but I didn't get home till later, so it is what it is. 1.4 when? Yeah, 1.4 tomorrow. If it's not here tomorrow, reread the message, repeat until then. Here's the thing with 1.4. We have so much planned for it. We have the website, the release of the actual mod. We have merchandise drops. There's so much, and if one of these doesn't work out, then it should. So all I can say now is December 2021, sometime in December. So expect that next month. If not, then we'll change it again. But that is the plan. Arlaygio can answer why the Paladins of the Church of Faith are so beefy and strong. I think you mean Arlaygio.
Who's so beefy and strong?
The Paladins of the Church of Faith.
That was one of the hardest things to wreck on, to be honest. Just everything around the Church of, because it's directly tied to Venator.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they are receiving, in the story I gave you, so there's this one spirit that likes to represent himself as a wolf, and actually started the Wolf Knight Order, but in the ancient past, he wasn't causing trouble with these Wolf Knights. He was actually a good spirit that would find people who are oppressed, and he would breathe on them and make them really strong. And so that wolf spirit was specifically sent by the creator god to breathe on the soldiers who were resurrected outside of Gaul when the Grazier succeeded in attacking Gaul. And so the whole army was resurrected just to fight the Grazier, and this time they succeeded after they were resurrected. And I think that the wolf spirit, maybe some of his blessing is still lingering in that order, and they know how to activate it. It's like, I'm not really sure what I'm doing with the wolf spirit who started the Wolf Knights. Like, Wolf Knights appear to be pretty bad guys on the surface.
Yeah.
But maybe they actually hijacked, they're misrepresent the original wolf spirit one from them. You see, I'm not sure if the wolf spirit has turned against the creator or not. I don't know personally. There's a connection there, though.
Mm-hmm. That's a fair
assumption. Yeah, if you want to blame someone for creating really strong people in the past, it's that wolf spirit. That was his metaphysical. I don't know if that's the right word either. I'm saying it's not a physical element like water or wind or fire. I guess I'm talking about more spiritual things like justice or wisdom. And anyways, his specific thing is strength, and he can make the weak strong. I was also writing a short story where these Perisnoans, all the men get captured in this one area, and so the women are brave enough to fight back, and so the wolf spirit comes to them and brings a bunch of other lesser spirits with him that also take the form of wolves, and he lets them ride them to rescue their husbands, and that's to explain where the Perisnoan wolf ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can go over more of this stuff, and I'm sure next week I plan on doing another stream on next Saturday. We'll see how that goes. And we'll probably have some more lore drops. We'll probably have some more merchandise information, more all stuff we went over today. Another thing, there was something else I wanted to say, but I think I slipped my mind. It's already 1 a.m. here, past 1 a.m. So. All right. Thanks, Arlaygio, once again for joining the live stream. Thank you everyone who followed, commented, and I guess just watched the live stream. For anyone who missed it, for anyone who wants to get in on and watch it, I will have the video up on YouTube, hopefully by tomorrow. I'll have it timestamped for all of you. And once again, join Perisno on Patreon because we're always expanding, we're always getting bigger, and want to bring you more Perisno content in the future. Anything Perisno, anything whatever, join the Patreon. Click your selected tiers, whichever you want. And one final thing about the giveaway, we'll have more information on the giveaway by next week's stream and what the prize is or whatever it's going to be. And I will post it in the live stream Discord, so don't worry about it if you are sort of missing it. But yeah, the giveaway will happen on when we release 1.4, but the information, all that stuff, how to enter and what the giveaway actually is going to be, will be posted in our Discord. Thank you for everyone who followed on the channel. Thank you once again to Arlaygio for joining. Always a pleasure to have him on the Perisno live streams. And I am about done. Any last words from Arlaygio?
Other than look forward to the Perisno that's coming out as we keep working on that. That's probably going to be the best item that we're going to be able to sell. And if you want to support Perisno, that's what you should buy when it's all said and done. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's always a pleasure to be here, Mitch.
All right, that is about it on my end, guys. Thank you for everyone who showed up, and I will post the video in the Discord when it's all set and uploaded. I'm out. Cheers, and thank you for watching Perisno.